and I blogged my entire study for conversion, and then went looking for who are the other Jews by choice, where's the rest of my community, what is it like to be Jewish outside of a Reformed congregation in the Federation in Chicago. And I started blogging my experience and finding other Jews around the world to talk to, other people in converting to talk about their experience. The earliest seeds of my online Jewish life are in this room. Danny Miller, we've been reading each other's blogs for probably 5 years. Melanie and I have been reading each other's blogs probably just as long. And Dave and I also, we started in a rockier place than me and Danny. But 5 years ago, it was just commenting and reading blogs. 3 years ago, I joined Twitter, very reluctantly, and I'm very much an addict of it now. And for me, what blogging has given me as a Jew is a global, diverse Jewish community. I can have Shabbat dinner almost anywhere I travel in the world. I can put two Jews together. I get a lot of people write me for conversion advice, and so I can reach out on Twitter and find them a rabbi, or I can make connections in a way that would not be possible for me without being online. So that's very much my personal story, is that I came to the Jewish online community through being very public about my study for conversion. In my work life, I got to a major PR firm at a time when they were hiring people because they had blogs, and I was an admin with a blog. And I just raised my hand enough that eventually, after a year, I transferred into a digital group. I did research for major brands. I did staff training. And then a year ago, left to start my own company because I found more value in teaching people one-on-one or teaching people in a staff or an association, what's the value of Twitter, what's the value of blogs, how do you think about this, how do you add this to your toolbox? And working with the Jewish community has become a greater part of my work, which I'm thrilled about, because musicians are wonderful, but it's nice to do something that's very personally meaningful for me. When I'm working with rabbis and Jewish communal professionals, the things that we're looking at that seem to be very valuable are, one, tapping into, Dave and I went to a Shabbat dinner 2 years ago in Jerusalem with, at the end of Emek Raphaim and the Sky Reb Chaim, and so we were all allowed to ask him questions. And somebody said, is the biggest problem for the Jews intermarriage or anti-Semitism? Which one is it? And he said, it's neither. It's the infighting. It's the fighting among Jews. And for me, if I did not have my Jewish community, it would be so easy for me to do this all the time. Us and them with Jews that aren't Jews like me. But because I know so many people personally now, I can't fall. It's much harder for me to fall into that trap of infighting among Jews. And so what I love for organizations is that it's helping them reach outside of the people in their room and get across something. There's an agricultural term I'm not thinking of. Pollination, thank you. Of views, and I really think that this online community is helping us. It helps strengthen your relationships with the people inside of your walls, but I think it also can help you strengthen relationships between organizations, between different streams and ways of being Jewish. And I think those are some of the things that it's really helped for me, and I'll stop there.